local news, politics, business, sports, arts, music. Mike and Marty on the feed. Mike and Marty. Mike and Marty.
Good morning, Rockingham, and welcome to the feed. It's Mike and Marty. Here we are on December 14th, 2022. Christmas is coming up
Only 10 shopping
very
days left.
fast. Oh, that's right. I keep thinking there's 11.
Well, for Mike, there's 10. He doesn't
almost
shop
time
till
to
the
start
20. It's
shopping.
almost time to start thinking about maybe going
That's
shopping.
right. Local events.
Local events. First of all, huge shout out to everybody that participated in the Parade of Lights.
Oh, yeah.
It was so much fun. I know Fact TV filmed it, so if you missed it, you can watch it on Fact TV. And I'm pretty sure I saw last night on Facebook that there was a winner, and the winner was the town of Rockingham. That was a pretty cool float. That was the
cool
Rudolph.
float. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Sure did.
And,
Yeah, I'm
but
like, are those real deer heads?
real
And
deer
it took me a
mounts.
minute to catch it, mounted deer heads. I was like, what
Yeah.
a clever idea. That was great.
Very good.
So at the Bells Falls Opera House, from now until January 10th, is the movie Avatar, which I think is probably going to be a pretty popular movie. It's
Yeah,
a
you
sequel
won't
to
go
something.
see it
I won't go
'cause you
see
don't
it.
like
I don't
science
like
fiction.
science fiction.
But I will.
But there's the classic movie, I might. There's a possibility. Classic movie is It's a Wonderful Life, sponsored by Coda and Coda. And, drumroll,
Here we go.
free triple up. One free triple up per party. Thank you to Coda and Coda. They're sponsoring
Yeah.
both the movie and triple ups.
That's great.
This Friday night is the infamous Bells Falls Downtown Development Shop Local Not Just for Men's Night. So if you missed Ladies' Night last weekend, you can come down for Not Just for Men's Night and kind of have a recap. The stores will be open. They sometimes have some adult beverages, and they sometimes have some things to eat and some specials, so it's a good night to shop. Coming Saturday, February 4th, is the first of the Ray Masuko concert series. It's Dar Williams with a special guest. Would that be Chris?
I think it is Chris.
I'm thinking that's Chris Matthews. So tickets are available at the bellsfallsoperahouse.org. I'm guessing that Dar Williams is pretty popular, and I'm guessing this particular one may just sell out. So you might want to get your tickets early. There's a lot of pre-sale tickets because they were doing the tickets for the full concert series early. So you might want to check that out if you're interested in having something to do on Saturday, February 4th.
That's great. Our guests today are Tucker, Brandy, Tucker, almost Tucker, sorry, and Brian Joy. Thank you. Today we're going to be talking about Saxon's River and all the new stuff that's coming in Saxon's River.
So
It's
exciting.
amazing. It's like a renaissance.
exciting.
It's coming.
That
to
was the
Saxon's
word I
River.
was looking for. I was trying to think of a title for today, and I thought revitalization sounded just Renaissance. I
Yeah,
thought
it's-
you should have named it today. Then you had the
Okay.
right word. The
Anyway.
Renaissance.
He
So
just
thank-
did.
The new generation. The new
Thank
generation.
you guys for coming on. And,
Thank you for having
us. Brian's opening up has Par 13, and he also has PKs. So he's going to talk a little bit about that. And Brandy's going to talk about the Saxon's River Market, which is under new management.
yep.
Yeah. So where do we want to start, guys? Want to start with the market? How
Oh, thank you.
how did you come about buying the market?
I mean, I worked for Averill for probably close to 12 years and worked at the market for probably like 10. And, one of those things where Averill, was one day said to me, hey, what would you think about owning the market? And I laughed at her because I was like, that's funny. That doesn't seem feasible. But yeah, we worked at it for 2 years and got it all figured out. And I ended up buying the market.
That's
How long
great.
have you had it, Randy?
April 1st,
Nice.
which was really awesome. Announcing
April
on
1st.
April 1st, because anyone that knows me, when I said that I owned the market on April Fools, they were like, this better not be a joke, Randy. It's like, oh, no, I'm serious this time. I'm serious. But yeah, so it's going really well. The community is amazing in Saxon's River, and everybody's been super supportive and encouraging. And yeah, so
That's great.
Yep.
Looking forward to the holiday season, or
for it to be done.
oh, really? Well, that's good.
No, it's just crazy busy during
No.
this time and trying to figure everything out and yeah, make sure we're stocked up for the customers and
Yeah. Do you get a lot of business from the academy? Right?
we get
Yeah.
a lot of business from the VA. yeah, the kids are super cool most of the time, and yeah, it's nice having them up there. They're very helpful with a small community, definitely. So
That's great. And Brian, tell me about Par 13.
Sure. Myself and my partner and executive chef George Kendall started Par 13 this past spring for the Bells Falls Country Club, and it was a great time and a great success. But the season winds down for golf, and the golf course shuts down, and we had originally started poking the idea of staying there through the winter.
Yeah.
But it wasn't feasible with the location, with the building, with the access and plowing and everything that has to go into a place that has never been open for the winter before. So we started, quietly looking around for a location where maybe we could do a pop-up. And luckily, almost right across the street from my house, we found a great location in Saxon's River at 26 Main Street, which is a little red building in between the church and the
old
used to be
Vermont,
the art display.
the old
for VA.
Vermont pretzel building.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
helps.
Vermont
That
pretzel
helps.
building.
That helps a lot of people reference it.
So we're right across the
Yeah.
street from the market. We've been diligently working on getting it back to a viable restaurant
Right,
space.
right.
It hadn't been open for anything in about 5 years. So mostly George, who really put the elbow grease into the place to get that kitchen ready and everything. And we just finished today, and we got our health inspection done today. So
Wow.
we are all set,
Yay.
ready to go.
Yeah, very excited.
Yeah, and we'll be doing the winter pop-up in Saxon's River from, we'll have a soft opening this weekend. We'll be open this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 8 to fire the kitchen and get ready and make sure everything's working good. And then the full menu will be available the following week.
And so what will be the full menu? What
Well,
types of
we're
food?
staying focused on our burgers and our barbecue, which is our mainstay. So you can come in, you can build your own burger. We have 13 different toppings and 13 different condiments.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was
stuff
just going to
like that.
ask, are you staying with the whole 13
Absolutely,
of everything
yeah. 13
theme?
is we're,
Your lucky
that's
number.
our thing. It's funny how the 13 all has worked out for us through this whole process, so we stay with it. And we'll be bringing our smoker in and be doing our smoked brisket, our pulled pork, our pulled chicken, our smoked macaroni and cheese, which is probably the most
amazing food.
And your fries.
Amazing food.
Yeah,
we
that-
love
doing our
it.
13 different chicken wings, and we'll same kind of thing that you found up at Par will be at the pop-up.
Nice.
And how much seating is it planned on? You're going to have seating, but then you're also delivering, or
So for the first couple weeks, it'll be just pick up to go, and we will
Okay.
also offer delivery.
Uh-huh.
We won't be delivering this Saturday and Sunday, but beyond that, we will be. We are able to open for 24 seats at first. So we
good
weren't going to
size.
open for dining really at all, but we realized that there was a really big demand for it, even just to be able to grab and just sit down and eat while you're right there. So we will open up for at least those amount of seats. We're hoping right after Christmas.
Oh,
is
that's
going to
great.
be the plan
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
actual in dining.
Is it
Yeah.
gonna be BYOB?
So
I'm just curious.
so everybody's
I know,
question. So when we first open this weekend, we'll just have Pepsi service bottles. We are putting in our application for beer and wine.
Oh, nice.
So that'll coincide with the dine-in. So fingers crossed, you'll be able to grab a beer and everything out there as well.
Boy, that's great. That's going to be a big plus for Saxon's River.
Yeah, we're very excited, and it's Saxon's River. For me, I've lived there for 3 years now, and it always has this ebb and flow in Saxon's River of there's something really great to go to and socialize, and then there isn't.
Yeah.
So people like Brandy and myself and a couple other people were really happy to be bringing something to Saxon's River that's viable and social.
Yeah, I
Meets a
think
need.
I think it's great that you guys, like we were talking beforehand, the new generation or the next generation
Yeah.
is Renaissance in Saxon's River, because you're right. There's been years where there's all kinds of things to do. Then there was years where it's a ghost town, and you guys are taking a chance and kind of leaping into the unknown. Will people come back? And I think that they will. I think just having another restaurant another place you can go and sit
Definitely.
down, and it's just so important because so many people. That's what I hear all the time. There's just not enough restaurants, and we need. And I think people will support it. I think they
Well,
definitely.
That's the other thing is, I mean, the community, the Saxon River community has been amazing. Once we actually put the news
Yeah.
out that we were going to do this, I mean, we were just flooded with
That's
calls and messages,
awesome.
and we're still getting them like, when's your menu going to be up? When can we start ordering? You know? So, I mean, that's kind of what pushed us into doing the dine-in. Was
Good,
at first
good,
we
good,
weren't
good.
going to. It was just going to be strictly to go and delivery. That's what a pop-up really is.
Right.
And the demand was just, oh, we'd love to sit down. We'd love to sit down. So, you know,
Yeah.
we're going to make it work.
That's great.
awesome.
I mean, we were talking a little bit before the show that it seems like it is a new generation of people coming in with kids, building houses, building businesses, and really revitalizing Saxon's River. I was the other people that we wanted to talk about or talk to today were Sue and Caleb and their son Carter have bought the inn, and they're renovating. I went out there this last week and talked with them, and they're going to have 16 rooms, and they're going to have
Yes.
talking about having a little breakfast space out front where the bar was. They're not going to have the bar there. I know people have mixed feelings about that, but they're putting in a new bar back in the dining room area, and they're renovating the whole downstairs, so it's going to be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. They're trying to be open, she told me, by July 4th. So they have a lot of work to do, but they're going to have, they're working at it. They're there every
They're
day
doing
working
an
at it.
awesome job
Yeah.
over
They
there.
really are.
Yeah,
It looks
it's-
beautiful.
Yeah, fantastic.
So that'll be another spoke in the wheel, however you
Yeah.
want to look at that. And then the other place is Flying Crow Coffee. Have you, I don't know if you, they're your neighbors.
They're my now next door neighbors. Yeah, came from Springfield, I believe.
Yeah,
I've only met them a couple short times, but
yeah.
they seem very excited to be there and be bringing a service there. And we already had that quick little go like, hey, you should offer our coffee in your restaurant. So I think it's a great thing that we all know each other
Yes,
and we're all
yes,
part of that
yes,
same
yeah.
little group where
We're all
nobody's
bringing everything.
going to be battling with each
Yeah.
other. We're all on
Bringing
the same
something
team.
different to the
Exactly.
table,
I
which is really
I see that.
fantastic.
It's like I was talking with him and he was like, well, I said to him, it's going to be sit down. He goes, well, I don't think it's going to be sit down at first. We're just going to be roasting coffee. That's his thing, is specialized small batch roasting coffee. I got some espresso from him the other day that was to die
Yeah, his
for.
coffee's really good.
Smells good over there.
Yeah.
Can't account for that.
But then he's talking about, maybe having some books that people can read and doing like a book exchange idea. And it was an interesting talk. I was speaking with him. He says he wants to have a place where you could come in not knowing what you want or not knowing what you need and leave with something you really want. So,
great.
yeah, it's a neat, just another, like I said, it's all you guys coming together is really bringing something out to Saxon's River that's.
And I think working together
needed.
too. I mean, I think that was always kind of the spirit in Saxon River. I was telling Brandy a story prior to the show about when I worked at the inn at Saxon River and I had a little issue with my coffee pot one morning, not working and spilling coffee all over the counter. And I ran next door to the village market. John Cray was there. Like, I got to use your coffee pot. I need coffee for my guests. And I think sounds like you guys would have that same kind of
Absolutely.
like have each other's back. And
Yeah,
I
we
think
all
that's
support each
that's really
other,
cool.
It's like they're one of our biggest fans at the restaurant. They're up there all the time
Yeah.
eating, and I live in Saxon's River and I
shop.
frequent the
Yeah.
market
Yep.
practically every day.
Yep.
And I've known Caleb and Susan for over a decade now, and they're great people, and they're gonna really do a great job at the end. And places like the Coffee and Main Street Arts that's bringing all these other new activities and stuff. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
nice.
It really is a community out there. It's like the community is just so supportive, and then you get like the businesses that are not being competitive or being supportive of each other,
Yeah.
and just bringing every different aspect to the place to get more customers.
Oh,
It's like,
yeah.
I mean, the coffee is going to bring people from Springfield that may not have ever been to Saxon
Yeah,
River, but
exactly.
because they transferred up here, it's like, so it's an amazing thing to see it growing like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have, I wanted to mention it earlier because when we were talking about food and food to go, you advertise, I see it on your Facebook post a lot. You do quite a few to-go meals that people can get.
Yep. I mean, we try to keep up with it as much as we can. It's one of those things where it's just like, we're not really set up to be a restaurant, so we do
Right.
the best we can. But yeah, we try to do, soups and salads and casseroles if we can. And we always have breakfast sandwiches and, yeah, just a little bit of everything.
There you go. I think it's good for people to know because it's really, it's not that far away, folks. It's like a 10-minute
It's
drive
right there.
maybe. And
Yeah.
sometimes if you're looking for something different.
It's not pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
Chinese
exactly.
food.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That's the thing. No, nothing against pizza,
No,
but
we all
one
love
cannot
pizza.
eat it 7 days a week.
Yeah.
So it's good for people to know that you have that. Now, I'm curious. There's a storm coming on Friday.
Yep.
Do you literally see the same uptick in business at every other grocery store, like people coming in like crazy
Oh,
to
yes, before.
to stock up for the storms?
Bread and milk. Bread and milk. Yes, definitely.
I don't know if it was just my imagination when I go to
Nope.
the store, or if it's really true.
Nope, bread and milk.
Nice.
So that's great. You also have PKs though. What's happening with PKs
do.
this time of year?
Yeah, PK's Irish Pub. We do live music every Friday night. Our calendar right now is pretty booked all the way through February
Oh,
with
nice.
with bands and stuff that want to play. The people that patron our bar are fantastic, and they're just a great community, and it's just all friends. And to be able to have a place where everybody can go and everybody can feel comfortable, and there's no judgment of anybody, and everybody just is there together and get along and enjoy a drink and enjoy each other's company and enjoy some music or karaoke or all the other little things that we like to do. Our brunch on Sundays with my girlfriend Chelsea's bagel company, Crimson and Clover Bakes. We offer her bagels on Sundays, and that's been a huge success. And so it's been fun to bring PK's a little bit more modern than what it was when I purchased it in 2019. So we had to go through a lot of changes with COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Where
It's
they
a
were like,
struggle.
"Sorry, you can't open unless you're a restaurant."
Yeah.
We're like, "Okay, we'll be a restaurant." So we had to do a lot of things that changed the scope of PK's. But in the end, people were like, "Don't let that go away. It's we
Yeah.
really like this." So things like Taco Tuesday and our brunch and stuff like that, we've just kept. And now we're bringing in even a bigger menu and going to be offering more food at PK's. And we've got a new signature drink cocktail menu that's going to come out today. And PK's is that I'm honored to be able to call myself the owner of that place because 3+ decades of serving this community and being that place that kind of everybody calls home. It's a great thing.
It's kudos to you that you stuck it out because I imagine it wasn't hard. It wasn't easy.
It certainly wasn't easy. We had plenty of days during the shutdowns of banging our head against the wall and wondering how the heck are we going to do this. But
Yeah.
at the same time, we did stuff like Taco Tuesday with margaritas to go and all that kind of stuff, and we would have orders literally lined up down the bar, 40, 50 orders before the day
Nice.
even came
Nice.
to that we were getting pre-orders for.
Oh, that's great.
So the community really was like, we're not going to let
That's good.
this place fail, which was very, very, it was exciting, it was humbling, and very appreciative of the way the community took care of us. So
Yeah,
we
'cause-
came out very
wow.
strong, and
That's cool.
able to go right back to what we were doing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And so dynamic. I mean, how many things did you're bringing out a drink menu today? What kind of you just got your kitchen
Yep,
certified?
new health license at the other place. And
It
it's
must be like drinking from a fire hydrant.
like to stay busy. But we're it's fun to be able to just continually offer new things. We try not to be stagnant, and it's my chef George who. If you have never tried George Kendall's food, you need to find time to get out to Saxon's River and give us a shot because he's phenomenal, and he's always coming up with a new special for the day and new things to offer, new ways to do things, and it's exciting. It's fun to be that way, and nobody wants to just sit stagnant. So we're always trying to offer something new.
That's the beauty of a small, locally owned business is that your community. Your menu changes maybe based upon what what people are looking for. You use
Absolutely.
local things. Like when you go to a big chain or whatever, they don't care.
Yeah,
They don't care. They got their
the
menu.
franchise.
So I think, again, just to reiterate, like we always do on the feed, that the importance of going to local establishments and supporting local establishments. If you want them to stay around, to stick around, and to be there for the times that you need them, then you got to support them.
Yes.
And you
That's
also
true.
have, to jump a little bit of a jump of a subject, you have a show coming up at the Opera House as well, correct? You're sponsoring a show?
Got a few that are going to be coming to the Opera House. One that's been announced from my production company, Cider Presents. We're going to be bringing the tribute band Smells Like Nirvana, which is one of the top touring acts in the country when it comes to tribute bands. And they look the part, they sound the part. You know, so for all of us that never had an opportunity to see Nirvana live, you know, back in the 90s, you get an opportunity to see Nirvana live.
Cool.
And their show is incredible. You can see all kinds of clips and everything on their YouTube page or off their website. And yeah, they're called the grungiest Nirvana tribute in the country. So
High praise,
yeah,
I'm guessing.
Gonna see a real Nirvana show, and we hope to pack the place. So we brought Drew Lynch, the comedian, this past January in. And, you know, we sold the place out. It was phenomenal to see the Opera House like that, and look forward to doing it again. I'm going to be bringing some other bands and some more
Nice.
headline comedians in 2023, and yeah, we've got a lot of good stuff coming up.
I think that's another important, I just wanted to point that out, that's another important like aspect of what you do, and another thing that's just really cool, that we have the Opera House, and we're starting to really use the Opera House to its fullest,
Yeah, really are.
I guess, capacity or value or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just a movie house.
Right,
and people
right.
should realize that the history of that place and what it can bring to the table is very unique, and not every community has
No.
a place like that. And it's a beautiful, you know, fully rehabbed. You know, I think back when I was a kid, and it was, you know, you're like, oh, I'm going to the movies, you know, and it's
Yeah.
been completely redone.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful in there, and it seats 550 people, and you know, not every community has a place where you can bring that many people together. So, you know, we're going to bring some shows there, and I challenge everybody else out there that has any kind of production companies or touring acts or anything. It's a great spot. It's a great location. So bring on the entertainment.
Yeah.
So we aren't super low on time, but we're getting there.
No, okay.
So let's just have you reiterate the most important things that you want people to know about Par 13.
Sure. We are soft open this weekend, 12 to 8, Saturday and Sunday. Then we will be open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, 12 to 8, for pickup, to go, and dine in very soon. You can get all the information on our website, par13burgerandbbq.com. And PK's Irish Pub is open 7 days a week. You can find us on Facebook or on our website. You can see all our entertainment calendar and come visit, you know, my awesome bartenders down there, and we look forward to serving you.
Awesome.
Great.
Brandy?
Randy.
Yeah, so Saxon's River Village Market, we're open 8 to 6 every day. We have a little bit of everything, and our phone number is 802-869-2266, or you can check us out on Facebook at Saxon's River Village Market.
Great. And the inn, you said that, so you can kind of reiterate the stuff for the inn and the.
So the inn's planning on opening in July 4th. They're going to have 16 rooms. They're going to have breakfast. They're going to have a new bar. So that's something to look forward. And then the Flying Crow Coffee Company is open now. They're doing small batches of custom coffee, but they're going to open probably. They're actually in their permitting process now. They're in more of a delivery mode right now with customers that they already had, but they'll be coming along this spring. And another shout out I want to do is to Northwind Farms, which is another Saxons River located business that I frequent. Nate out there is doing also, he's still doing greens and a CSA and hot sauces and tinctures and hand creams. So check out his Facebook page. He's got a lot of stuff going on. So Saxons River, it's the place to
yeah,
be
It's the
these
place.
days.
I really,
Absolutely.
really
Come visit.
encourage
All right.
people, if you haven't been, you know, just take a drive out.
Yeah.
Take a drive out. Definitely worth the drive. And keep on the lookout for the concerts and the things that are coming to the Opera House,
Yes.
because that's super exciting as well.
And I think that's it for this week.
Yes.
Thank you guys
Thank
for coming
you.
on.
Thank you
Thank
for
you for
having
Thanks
us.
for all the information. You're going to have to come back. You're a fountain of information. And I'm sorry, you, Brandy. I'm not being
Nope,
you.
nope.
But that's it for this week. We'll see you next week, and that's it for the feed. Bye.
Local news, politics,
Great. Nice job.
business, sports, arts, music.